Welcome, everyone, to Lane Stadium, birthplace of Beamer Ball, where they will touch the Hokie Stone and come alive for Virginia Tech. Today, a showdown between a pair of undefeated Giants in a game that should have long-lasting implications. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Oregon State Beavers, taking on the 5th-ranked team in the land, the Virginia Tech Hokies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. And the Beavers will get us started with the opening kickoff. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be knocked down. The Hokies will be in a hole thanks to that short return. And this wide receiver, he's the linchpin to the offense. They want to make sure they find a multitude of ways to get him the football.
And it's a risk-reward scenario on defense when you're trying to cover this guy, Reese, because you play man coverage, you risk him running by you and catching deep balls. You play too much zone, and then he can hurt you after the catch. A lot of different ways that this guy is very dangerous.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a 4th down. And the Hokies will try to pin them back with the punt. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. So the Oregon State Beavers offense will go to work for the first time. One thing to keep an eye on in this game, when they get it back isolated on a linebacker, who wins that matchup?
Quarterback likes the matchup, but this linebacker, he's different, man. Not only is he a hitter, he's got the athleticism to cover people, too.
Normally you say that's a win for the running back. Running back on a linebacker, I win. But this guy is different. Interested to watch this matchup.
After the 9-yard pickup on 1st down, here's 2nd and 1. Looking down the middle. Finds the big tight end. And they bring him down, but did you see this freshman rifle that thing in there? They'll snap this one from the 32. It's 1st down. Leaves it with the back. They make the stop as he gets it inside the 30 to the 28, a gain of 4. Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. They get him on the ground. Didn't see anything downfield, but made a little something out of it.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this job.
Really nice job by the defense. The offense has the whole playbook open to him on 3rd and short. They try to slip in the screen. Did not fool the defense at all. Nice stop by the defense.
Well, they're certainly not out of field goal range here, but they want to try to pay off this drive with a touchdown. They'll go for it on 4th. Gets it out fast. He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a 1st down.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Just trying to power it ahead. They pick up 5. Ball spotted at the 12. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You get the ball out.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Beavers! Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That drive covered 55 yards for the score. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable in that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off play action. He's going to throw deep right side. He's got his man. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They'll leave it with him. Running with power. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Hold it, open.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a productive play on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
On second down, wants to throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
That's how you blow up the screen pass if you're on defense. You got to hit the quarterback fast and force the incompletion.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. From the shotgun, the inside give.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Holds and fires complete to the right. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
I like the idea on offense. You want to get this guy the football in as many ways as possible. So you throw him to screen quickly to see if he can make somebody miss. Doesn't work there, but that should not be the last time you run that play.
Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Right back to the well. Shows him the stiff arm. Stop is made at the 44, but it's a 15-yard gain and a first down.
Well, right away after picking up a first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football.
Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds. The Beavers come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Makes the catch, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State. And the extra point makes it 14-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And the score comes on a 12-yard touchdown pass.
14, Virginia Tech, 0.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
From the gun, the ground game. That'll be a gain of about 7, leaves them with 3rd and 3. The Hokies are in the hurry-up. They'll throw on 3rd and short. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 8. Oh, you know we wanted that pick 6, but the offense is in business.
I love when people start to understand what we're doing defensively. If they're going to pass the football and that's where they're going to live, well, I'm going to live in dime. I'm going to bring more.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Beavers! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Mississippi State endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Stark Vegas, and the Bulldogs came away with the win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. It's one game. You don't want to react too much either way, but I think both teams will leave this one with some things to work on moving forward.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on 1st down.
We know this guy's a weapon, not just taking handoffs, but he can catch the ball too. That play, not so much. Got to do a better job reeling it in.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
This offense just has to find a way to find a rhythm here. They're playing at home, and they want this crowd to stay involved and be an asset in the game, but they need to start making plays. They can't keep throwing incompletions this early.
And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. And the Hokies will send out the punt unit. And the coverage team surrounding the ball. No chance for the return man to get in there on that one. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Unloads to the right. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. He's got the back in the middle. And he broke one tackle on the way to a solid pickup there. The Beavers will punt this one away. Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances.
And a lot of times you want those big plays. You want those splash plays. But sometimes you're going to take some losses. You're not going to run the football overly well. But if you continue to run it, you can at least create some balance. You at least have the threat of it. Otherwise, you're just going to abandon it, and now it's just going to be a passing game.
Short throw to the sideline. Complete. He steps out of bounds with the first down. The Hokies have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. It's complete to the left. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this.
And you race it to the house. Touchdown, Virginia Tech.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone. It's Wallace. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Tom.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
They're setting up the screen. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. As we reach the 2-minute warning, they'll need to try to get a stop to keep this thing from getting out of hand. They'll try to move the chains on 3rd and short from the 25. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. And the Beavers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt and tries to help improve that field position. 1st down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Now he's going to break the pocket. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. And the Hokies decide to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Slips through the line. Wide open. It's a foot race. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. Getting some heat. Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in the hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now on fourth down, they'll try to come away with 3. And he'll try it from the right hash, and the angle shouldn't be too bad from this distance. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is extended a little further.
Virginia Tech, 7.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. Now they're backed up here, Jesse. Wonder how aggressive they're willing to be.
I think it's going to come down to how much confidence they have in this quarterback and his decision-making, because you cannot throw an interception at this part of the field with this little time left.
And I think that's conversations you've had with a young fellow on the sidelines. Be like, what are you comfortable with right here that we can run? Maybe stay aggressive, but make sure I don't make that mistake.
The Hokies will kick it off to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. First down here for the offense. They'll open the second half with a run. Dances away from 1. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down. On second down, he's looking downfield. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
It's hard throwing in the pocket, man. You got bodies and 300-pound dudes falling all over the place. They're trying to hit you. That time, the pressure got to him, and it forced the incompletion.
They turn to the passing game on 3rd and short. Underneath toasted coverage, got it deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon State. Has been extended. Ready to try the point after. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
Oregon State, 31. Virginia Tech.
And he takes this from inside the 5. And the returner will be brought down. And Virginia Tech sends the offense onto the field. They face a pretty tall mountain here, Jesse, down 24, but if they're going to climb it, this is a good time to start.
Sense of urgency's got to be big right here. You just get the feeling at this point of the game, David, they've got to score on this drive. Obviously, their defense needs to get stops, but at this point, offensively, they've got to execute much better.
They got to be super aggressive. Down 24, you're going to need 3 touchdowns, 3 two-point conversions, everything to kind of go your way. So fast and throwing the football.
He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
For an offense, slant routes against man coverage are really a rhythm flow. You take your steps, you get the ball out, it's got to be in a good location. Quarterback and receiver on the same page there.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. And the Hokies send out the punt unit. They've been busy out there to punt for the 5th time today. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. Grab behind the line. It's Anderson. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
I'll tell you, the offense might be setting up a shot down the field here. You might see them later fake the wide receiver screen and see if they can hit a tight end or another receiver running up the boundary. Keep your eye open for that.
Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, never move on.
They'll snap it from the 48 on 3rd and short. Got his man downfield. just what they'd hoped for on third down as they've got a first at the 32.
Defense is about learning the plays. Third down, what do they like to do? How do they do it? So far, the offense having a little bit of success, but the defense now, you got to figure out what they're doing.
And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Perhaps emboldened by converting a fourth down earlier in the game, they'll try a second time. Snap it to the back. The Beavers are stopped, but not before getting the first down. There was no reason to hesitate on the sideline there. Just keep the offense out and go for it.
Dude, fourth and inches. If I can't get inches, I deserve to lose football games. So I'm going for it on fourth and inches every single time.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Hey, listen, on offense, just take what the defense gives you. Quarterback looks out wide. He sees the DB way off of the receiver. Throw him the easy hitch pass. You'll take that completion.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, Beavers! And the beatdown has ensued. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. He'll start the return inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And we're about to get another look at this Hokie offense. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Oregon State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And they fail to hook up on third down.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback and this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You've got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
And once again, you see how valuable the tough little slot receivers are on fourth down.
You isolate those guys, get the matchup you want, and now go win. Nice job by this offense, getting the matchup on fourth down, and the QB seeing it, throwing a strike, getting the first down.
How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too?
A nice job by the defense there tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
It'll be third and short from their own 33.
This defense has just been all over this guy all game long. Under pressure, they're finding a way to get to him and affect his rhythm. Of course, they have an interception in this game. That's why they've got a big lead here in the fourth quarter. This guy has never gotten into a rhythm.
The Hokies are moving quickly down the field.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression. Yeah, and David, you just wonder at this point, is it just too little too late? This is one of their best playmakers offensively, but they just haven't been able to get him going in this game. Big reason why they're losing.
Yeah, and the defense has done a great job understanding that. I got to take that guy away. That's priority number one, understanding late in the game.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And this defense has done such a great job. Another sack on the day. They forced an interception. They've been flying all over the field playing great defense.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And he just overshot his man and threw it out of bounds, incomplete.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync. That's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here late in the game.
Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense didn't maintain its discipline there, and they get into the neutral zone. It'll cost them 5 yards.
Defense.
Defense had them backed up, and then they're in the neutral zone, and the offense will say thank you very much. After that encroachment penalty, it's now 1st and 5. Let's go! From the gun, give on the inside. They'll get him stopped just short of the end zone, but they're in business here with a first down.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Hokie! Once the game reaches this point, you start thinking ahead and how you can find something positive to take into the next game.
Right. Keep the offense rolling. Try to find some plays that I can use throughout this season and I can have some more success, or I guess have success. I haven't had a lot of success today, but I'm looking for the future.
Oregon State has it back, and here comes the Beaver offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Had to throw it before he wanted. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Bringing it back. Touchdown, Virginia Tech. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
And this defense has had a rough day, but how about this play? Breaking on the football, making the pick, taking it to the house, maybe build some momentum for some future games.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it. Oregon State takes over, ready to send the offense onto the field. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards, but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. 3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. The Beavers have enough for the first down.
Well, nice job finding a crease to go get that first. And, Dave, there's just some running backs out there that feel like they have that sixth sense. They just know where the marker is. They know where that first down marker is, and they're just able to find a way to fall forward.
Well, and I love when they don't dance. Know the situation, right? Don't bounce things that don't need to be bounced. When I need to stick my face in there and lower my shoulder and get a couple yards, I got to know the situation. Great job by him running the ball physical and finishing the run for a first down.
Slammed to the ground, but not before he gets the first down.
These situations are preached so much in college football. Finishing a game strong, understanding circumstances. They are running the football right at you, trying to keep that clock moving, get a few first downs, and get a W.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
He'll do it himself. He's there to make the stop, but not before he sets up this offense. First and goal from the 7. And they probably don't need to risk running a play here, but the head coach might want to rub it in just a little bit. They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. They'll run it up the middle here, looking for a path to the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon State! And the route is on. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. On first down, here comes this offense. He wants to throw. Got his man on the right. And he goes down after making the grab. Picked up a few, but he's still short of the first down marker. They'll call timeout with 9 seconds left on the clock. Defense way too anxious there, and they just hand them a first down with a penalty.
Neutrals on your side. Defense.
So the offense accepts the penalty, and they'll get a little farther away from their own end zone. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Looking to pass on 2nd down. They're trying to get to it. Ball falls to the turf. The final pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for this one. 7 is the lucky and skilled number for this squad as they've made it to this point in the season, and they are still perfect.
Still perfect, and they're cooking. You can tell they got some momentum. 7 weeks, obviously, that's not the whole season. You got bigger fish to fry down the road. Great start, but you can tell this team's for real, for real.
No doubt, and they deserve for us all to be talking about them right now because they look as advertised. This is a team with tremendous talent. They've taken care of business up to this point, but now because they're undefeated at this point of the year, every game from this point out gets bigger and bigger and more important.
That's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, our entire broadcast team, I'm Reese Davis. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.